Out at the street.
Fire Escape Academy Inspector Summary video. So here we are. We're looking at this. We're here in Salt Lake City, Utah. So let's take a look at this one. You're never going to get on these anymore. But is there evidence that there used to be some ladder or system that used to come out of that hole to where?
Well, it should have been the grade.
Right. So what happened? Who took it away?
Who knows?
It doesn't matter. But Ken, these people are going to get all trapped. So the 20, 30, 50 people that when they finally come to the end, who's going to fall through here or jump through here in case there is a fire? And they're going to bounce on this and then fall here. But with that, let's say, so it's missing its ladder. So it could be it's a pre-existing non-conforming. Is it a life safety issue, or is this a special building or a dangerous building? The fact that now nobody can self-evacuate without help.
I'd say it's a dangerous building at
Okay.
this point.
So now let's look
We
up
got life safety issues.
just from the ground, right? Is there cement missing on the wall?
Appears to be.
Okay, so you can see that cement has not been dealt with. Okay, now looking up at the staircases, which are fairly new, they brought those in. Those are newer stairs, probably 25 years old, because the old ones are gone.
Or
Okay.
better.
Right? So they're all welded. You see any bolts?
Nope.
All welded.
All welded.
What do you need in order to pass today?
We're going to have to either bolt them or to do a load test on it.
Or X-ray, right? X-ray load
Right.
test. Otherwise, you rebolt it with some clips. You're good to go. Okay. Let's take a look at the railing system. Old, part of the historical register. So those can get refurbished. But how are they tied into the building? And
That's a good question.
you know, what do you? They look like they're professionally or installed or tied into the building as per standard.
I see some plates or some bolted
Right.
type bolts. If you
So-
look above this window right here,
Yeah.
it appears to be an old square bolt.
Yeah.
Can't really tell for
Just
sure.
all kinds of crazy things on this fire escape here.
So-
So, and the supports. Look at the supports towards the ends. You know, there's a bolt on the end of this support here, but if you go over to that support near the hole, you see the bolt is missing,
There's something missing. there.
right? You see any new hardware anywhere on this fire escape?
Not at all.
Not at all. So they haven't. There's no evidence of maintenance. There's evidence of some painting, but now there's no painting because it's been non-painted for at least 25 years, and because of that, they've exposed every connection, making every connection suspect. Who can inspect this for you?
A professional.
Right, design professional, meaning a qualified engineer, could be a qualified architect, or somebody in the fire protection industry, or somebody what's called others acceptable to the building official, which could be a fire escape engineer, could be a fire escape inspector, could be anybody that basically proves. Otherwise, your catch-all guy is going to be the structural engineer guy, pretty much on a lot of these things, right? So let's take a look at this one over here.
Pretty much.
Same structure, but why? Where's the staircase? What happened here?
Yes, that's an old ladder one.
Well, it's the same guy that built it. That railing and that railing is the same railing. This one had stairs, and that one has a ladder. But why? It's not.
It's an older one.
Who knows?
Say.
Let's take a look. So it's the issue: pre-existing non-conforming. If they have ladders, they get to keep ladders. You can't force an upgrade. But now, how did they get down? And by the way, you can go down a lot here. So there's remnants that something was here.
Yes.
And what did they do? Did they continue to the ground, or they just ignore the issue?
It looks like they have cut the ladder.
Cut the ladder away.
Or
So
whatever they had.
And there's a different kind of ladder. You can have a slide ladder that comes down.
Correct.
So they can put a hole here with Velcro, and the ladder can come down. There's also what's called a fold-out ladder. It looks like a drain pipe. It's going to come through. It's going to land about here, and it folds out 18 inches this way. Still, to a certain degree, a safe situation. Or you can close that hole and make the exit ladder on to the left of that, and you come
see.
down.
Right.
Okay. So, but right now, looking at that, it's missing its ladder, so it now became a dangerous building
Right.
with life safety concerns because people cannot self-evacuate. You've stopped them from self-evacuating without assistance. So it must be single action requiring no special knowledge.
And
This is not single action.
no.
Needs assistance. Now let's look at just the rest of the structure. Any original hardware or any evidence of any maintenance?
Looks like old bolts.
Old square head bolts.
Square head nuts on the bolts.
Right. How about the cement? Any cement spalling issues that you see where there's no cement around?
Yes.
The
it
steel
looks
going
like,
into the building?
You just see the steel and a gap.
Yeah.
So I don't know how far and where it's fastened to.
Has it been kept painted? Must be structurally sound. Must be kept painted. Has this one been kept painted?
Nope.
So right there is the origination of a violation.
Correct.
Who's gonna tell you what's structurally wrong with this?
Again, a professional.
Third party, right?
Yep.
Structural engineer, registered architect, or others acceptable to the building official or fire official. And do you need to know all the way up?
What's that?
Do you need to know all the way up? Do you need to find any more, or can
Oh,
you
of
find?
course.
Does this tell you everything about the rest of them?
It looks like it's pretty indicative of the
Right.
whole.
Now
condition.
getting to the guys that are important. The firemen going up through that hole. Do you think it's safe for them to go up through that hole?
You know what? No.
All right. So now, as an option, it's not required by law. Would you recommend during the upgrade of this building to meet OSHA requirements,
Cage around it.
put a cage around it as a recommendation to satisfy you and a code requirement upgrade, which you're not allowed to do and enforce? You can strongly suggest.
Right.
But does OSHA allow anything over 25 feet today to be utilized by anybody without a cage around it?
I don't think so.
Right. So you can, not only this ladder here, but this ladder over there has the same issue. So during upgrades or during refurbishment of fire escapes, certain things can be addressed to make it not necessarily 100% compliant with today's code, but if the owner could do anything to make it safer and better for the tenants and the firemen, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay, any questions? Fire escape engineers,
Nope,
inspect the summary video, 86,
got it.
and this is, we're here in Salt Lake City.